The Omicron variant was declared as a variant of concern on the 26th of November by the WHO, very soon after its discovery from South Africa, because of particular mutations it had, which looked a little bit of a concern. Now, although South Africa initially reported it last week, retrospectively when other countries were actually looking for these presence of Omicron, it has now been detected in 24 countries, including several countries in Europe, which now have reported that some of the cases were there 2 weeks ago. So basically it has been spreading in certain countries in Europe like Germany, Switzerland and the UK, as far as I am aware, for the last 2 weeks, because they have found positive cases in the society which had no links with anybody who had traveled to any country. So because of this, the WHO and the scientists in the world suspect that this virus was circulating around for at least 30 days, which means that it could be around in several countries. Now, we don't know how transmissible this variant is compared to Delta, but if it is the transmission is similar or more transmissible than Delta, that means it is going to spread to all the countries very soon. Now, if we look at Delta, which is the currently known most transmissible variant, even in countries like Australia and New Zealand, which has had the strictest border control and very good testing facilities and quarantine facilities, they could not stop the onslaught of Delta. Delta leaked through their quarantine facilities and spread in their countries, and we know that Australia also had to go into a lockdown. So it is difficult to stop contagious viruses coming into countries because most of the time when people come in or different routes, they are just harboring the infection, which cannot be detected by PCR and so on. Now, there are several unknowns about the virus. We first of all don't know the transmissibility compared to Delta. We don't know how it affects vaccine efficacy, but what the countries are doing in the West, which have facilities to give boosters, is to giving out boosters as fast as possible, because even though this variant is found to evade immunity or infect people who already have been vaccinated or naturally infected, by increasing the level of immunity by giving a third dose as a booster, when you have high level of immunity, even if you are infected, you are extremely unlikely to get severe disease or require the need for hospitalization. So this is how other countries are preparing for the onslaught of Omicron. And of course, as long as whatever variant, all the variants spread in the same ways, which we know for 2 years how variants spread. So we need to follow the 7 principles in being careful and practicing these other measures apart from vaccination.